Hey everybody, thanks for checking out these driving directions into the Tierra Verde subdivision. So first, let me start off by saying that generally when we sell a property, we always recommend to our buyers, please, if you're going to give us this kind of money, go out, take a look at this thing, make sure that you're comfortable with the purchase, make sure you scout it in advance, you know exactly what it looks like, etc. Of course, for those who can't do that, we have plenty of photos, plenty of video images of the property to help fill in the gaps. But for those of you who can scout it, we always say one of the best ways, just pull up our listing page, click any one of these GPS coordinates on your smartphone, and your smartphone should give you turn-by-turn directions. And in the few regions where you may not have good cell phone service, just bring it up here on Google Maps, click the directions button, enter your start point, and you'll get turn-by-turn directions out to the land. Now, with this specific property and this specific subdivision, this Tierra Verde, let me go to map view. This is not the best one to do that with because the directions that Google Maps gives you are not the best. So I want to take the time to make a directions video for you guys to make this easier for you, number one. Number two, generally speaking, when people are scouting these properties, it always seems to be 7 a.m. on a Saturday. And then I get a call about, do I turn left or right at the pile of rocks next to a tree? And I really have no idea. So I made sure to have our photographer take a lot of pictures of the route and explain it to me in a way that I can explain it to you. So with all that said, I'm going to take you through this photo gallery that we have of the route. I'm going to explain this in detail. Before I get to that, I just want to say there's two routes into Tierra Verde. One is here off the 53, this road right here, which leads into this thing called Carrizozo Road. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. That road, however, is controlled by an entity called the James Valley Ranch, or rather they have gates along that route. They have two gates, access points along that route. Now, my understanding is that even if I got codes for those gates, which are not easy to get, the codes are changed fairly regularly. So even if you buy this property in July and you go out to scout it in August, the codes may not be applicable, or maybe they still work in August, but they won't the next time you go out there. Additionally, our research, and by research I mean talking to owners of land in that area, specifically reaching out to people in the Facebook group, has taught us that not only the best way into this region, but also the closer route, the closer access route, is coming in here off the 53 along the 42 and taking the 42 down toward the property. So I am just going to kind of walk you guys through how exactly that works. And yeah. All right, so let's go back to satellite view. First off, as noted, you're going to be coming in here off the 53 onto Cibola County Road 42. So if you're coming from the east, you're making a left. If you're coming from the west, you're making a right. Whatever the case, we have here in the image gallery all the instructions that you're going to need. So first, step one, turn off Highway 53 at Cibola County Road 42. You will see this. This is what that turnoff looks like. So if you're turning off and you're not seeing signs for the 42, but you are seeing this, congratulations, you're in the right place. If you're not seeing this, you're in the wrong place. So keep searching until you find the correct turnoff, okay? That's number one. Number two, this Cibola County Road 42, basically you're going to take this one for a while. It's going to go about 6.7 miles south. You'll see the Cerro Americano, this sort of mountain or hillside or whatever exactly it is here on Google Maps. You're taking it basically all the way down here, and then there's going to be this fork in the road, and the 42 is going to veer off. At this fork, you're going to want to stay to your right. So here what we have in the photo gallery next is, number one, a picture of this 6.7 mile route. And then we have some signs that you're going to see along this route. A lot of times people will be driving this, roughly 7 miles, and they'll wonder, have I gone too far? Am I in the right location? These are some of the things you will see along this route. So as you know, okay, I haven't gotten there yet. Now, additionally, you're going to come to this fork in the road, and we're saying stay right, okay, because you're going southwest under this mountainous whatever hillside. This is what that fork in the road looks like. Okay, so when you reach this and you see this thing sticking up right here, this is Cerro Americano, this is the fork. Left is bad, right is good. So when you reach this fork in the road, stay to your right. Next, just a little punch in here on the image. This is going to be the right-hand side, the road that you're going to want to take. This is a little road sign that exists right here showing Cerro Americano. So you're on the right path. Now, I don't know how many times you're going to see this road sign along the way, but point is when you see it right here, you're going to want to stay to the right. Next, you're going to drive about half a mile southwest to another fork in the road. Now, I should just mention, as you kind of hug the mountainside here and you get from here to where the eventual gate is, there's a lot of forks in the road. There's a lot of little divergences. On many of them, it doesn't matter which way you go, you're going to end up back in the same sort of east-west route. There are, however, occasions where if you take the wrong fork, you're going to be going in a completely opposite direction. So, for instance, on this next one, drive half a mile southwest, the fork in the road, stay to the right. This is the fork that you're going to see there, and if I bring it up on the map, you can see that it's really pretty close to where that last one was. So it diverges right here. That's where you want to stay to the right and just sort of hug the Cerro Americano mountain area. So as we go through the gallery here, you'll see that is what that fork looks like. So stay to the right, closer to Cerro Americano. Next, you're going to drive 0.8 miles until you reach another fork in the road. And I'll just show you where this is on the map. So after you pass this one, you're hugging this route. I believe it's this one right over here. So basically you have the opportunity. You can go straight up this way or you can go this way. You're going to want to stay to the left and keep going this way. So what you'll see in the next slide, when you reach this fork in the road, stay to your left. Don't head straight up. Yeah, that's where that one is. Additionally, now you're going to keep going basically, straight along this road. You're going to have another fork right around here. Again, if you take this one north, you're going in the wrong direction, so you're going to want to stay to the left. And we have this demonstrated in the next gallery. Continued at fork, stay left. And then this is the next one. This is arrive at the Tierra Verde entrance. So once you see this thing, congratulations, you're at the entrance. Now please take note, this is not a gated entrance. This is just some sort of cattle guard. So this is where you're going to go through. Then they have a little sign posted here. This is as formal as we get in Tierra Verde. Just a signpost at the entrance to Tierra Verde. Now, the next thing I want to show you is we have this sort of plat map of all the units. This is, once you've reached the entrance, I just kind of want to show you where you are. All of that route that we just traversed, however long that was, 8 or 9 miles, whatever it was, that wasn't part of Tierra Verde. Once you hit the gate, now you're in Tierra Verde. And this is going to show you, I mean, it doesn't show you much. The red line here is just the sort of utilities that are lined up throughout the subdivision. And then this yellow line is sort of one of the main roads through the sub. But I just want to give you a sense that once you hit that gate, this is where you are. So now when you're going to our subject property, CB&M-0010 or 001E, excuse me, you're heading over here into Unit 6. So this is the next part of that route that you're going to take. So the gate is right about here, and now let's move that over there, and I'll just show you that basically now all you're doing is just taking the east-west road. Again, there's going to be a number of divergences here, but it doesn't really matter what you do. Like for instance right here, if you take this one or if you take this one, you're just going to end up in the exact same place. The first thing that you need to be aware of, the first sort of major directional here, is when you get down to this portion of the land, you can keep going southbound. Don't do that. That's bad. Instead, you're going to want to make a left. Okay, a right. You're going to want to make a hard right here. And it doesn't matter if you make the right here or if you make it right here. But one of the helpful things we're going to show you is that you'll see power lines out here. So once you start to see the power lines and you see the sharp right turn that you can make, you want to make the sharp right. So in the next part of this gallery, we have number 1, this demonstration of the route. It's really only about 0.4 of a mile. And then you're going to reach this part. So as my assistant notes here, X, left turn, bad, blue, right turn, check mark, good. And here, of course, is the power line demonstrated right here. So just once you see that, you know that you're going to want to bang a sharp right, either right here or right here. Next. The next part of this really is just going from here out to here. So you're basically just driving in a straight line, driving west until you reach this fork in the road. And we have a picture of that up next. So first off, there's the power line that you're going to see, and my photographer has his index finger there. The next part of this is this 0.18 miles, whatever, 0.2 of a mile, until you come to the fork in the road. And the fork in the road looks like this. So this is the more often traversed road. This is the one that gets, driven on more, and that is this road right here going this way. But you're going to want to take a left turn along this sort of less cut out path. And then we kind of punch in on this a little bit. At fork in the road, turn left, fork in the road there. And you can see that our photographer is again pointing to head in this general direction right here. Next, once you've reached this point, then you're going to go down this way until you come to what I'm calling a 3-way fork in the road. And we'll see some pictures of that here. Drive 0.3 of a mile until you come to the 3-way fork. At the three-way fork, you can make a left, you could go straight, you could go right. We're telling you to make a left to head up to the property. And then in the next image, you'll see that demonstrated right here. At the three-way fork, make a left. And then basically you are going to go, well, this is the three-way fork right here. And then basically from there, you're going to drive 0.16 miles and then park. And congratulations, the subject property is here on your right. And of course, the giveaway will be the RV, the truck, and the tool shed that'll sit in pretty close proximity to the start of the property, to the main property line right there. So hopefully this explained everything you need to know about how to get out there. Hope I didn't talk too long, and good luck on your drive out to scout the property. Thanks for watching.